But the one thing I will mention is that Google needs to fix like the video choppiness whenever you're zooming in and out on video. It is straight up horrible. Hey Google. Oh, no, I'm gonna activate. No, stop. Stop listening. I didn't mean to say that. So it's been about a month since the Pixel 9 Pro came out, which also means it's been about a month since I've been using the phone. So now that the honeymoon phase is officially gone and over with, what do I think about the phone? Now, of course, this phone is just an AI powerhouse, but it's not just that. It's a legitimately great phone to use, more so than any other Pixel that I've personally used before. It fixed every single issue that I've had on Pixel phones, which was a lot, and I cannot believe Google did it. I mean, they actually did it. They honestly went from being one of the worst Android flagships, in my opinion, to being one of the best. Come here, listen. This phone is the definition of doing things the right way, the way that things should be done, and this video is going to prove it to you guys. In fact, if you don't buy this phone by the end of this video, you're weird, okay? So get your wallets ready and let's begin. First things first, Google, this design needs to stick. I honestly cannot get enough of it. The whole flat design with the flat edges needs to be on every phone because I love it that much. Now, I do wish the borders of the phone were, matte so the chassis doesn't get slimy, but let's be honest, you're more than likely to use a case on your phone anyway. Now, the one I have on is the Taurus 360 spin case, and I freaking love this thing because it's like a multi-tool. Not only is it good for drops from 12 feet, but it's also MagSafe capable, so you can attach different MagSafe accessories such as power banks, MagSafe stands, and really whatever else. But not only that, the MagSafe ring also acts like a kickstand for whenever you want to watch movies or just scroll through TikTok. Oh, and something that I love, the buttons are nice and clicky. Check this out. Oh, that's so satisfying. But anyway, I've been using Taurus on my phones for around 2 years now, and I love them. So if you guys are interested, I'll have a link down below. But aside from the fingerprinty chassis, which is like really the only physical design flaw that I can find, the rest of the phone is just chef's kiss. The weight of the phone is fantastic. It's comfortable to hold for, extended periods of time thanks to the curved corners, which don't dig into your palm like a knife, honestly. The new camera bar looks sick while keeping that that Pixel look and feel. And I think that Google hired a new designer because these new Pixel phones are just, they're one of the best looking Android phones out there. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it, okay? You don't have to believe me, but you're wrong. Another thing that I love about this phone, and again, one of the main problems that I've had with all my other Pixel phones was overheating. Now, I did mention overheating in my last Pixel 9 XL or Pixel 9 Pro XL video, but the weather has warmed up since then because, well, I don't know, it's the weather, it just does that. But even since then, in the upper 90s, which is very hot, by the way, all you guys that use Celsius, aka the proper temperature, bam, Celsius, upper 90s right there. This phone didn't care. I assume it's because, well, I know it's because of that vapor chamber along with that new Tensor G4 chip. Those two play a hand in hand together, and the phone just doesn't really get hot, even inside of a case. That's pretty darn impressive. Keep this in mind. Every Pixel phone that I've had from the Pixel 3a has overheated. This is the only phone series that didn't overheat. That's pretty darn good. It's kind of shocking it took this long for Google to, figure things out. We're not building spaceships here, we're making phones, but hey, better late than never. Battery life has also been just stupid, and I mean that in a good way. It's so good that it's stupid. Does that make sense? No. Does it need to make sense? No. All you gotta know is if you're a crazy hard user and you're on your phone all day, this phone will easily last you from morning till night right before you go to sleep. I've never managed to kill this phone in a single day apart from doing my battery testing when I first got the phone, but in my normal day-to-day life, I'm easily, and believe me when I say this, easily ending the day with like 35 to 40% battery life left. It's almost too good to be true, you know what I mean? Because pixels and good battery life were never a thing you just said in one sentence together. It just never happened. This is the first time that I can confidently say, damn, Pixel, good job. Honestly, I don't even think the iPhone 16 Pro Max that's coming out like this Friday is going to top this phone, and you bet your sweet butt I'm going to do a comparison video. So if you guys want to see that and like camera comparisons and speed tests and all that, definitely subscribe. Now, I've also been having a blast with Google Gemini Advanced, which you get free for 1 year, okay? So any Pixel phone that you buy, a Pixel 9 that is, right? You can't just go out and buy a Pixel 2. and get Google Gemini Advanced, that would be awesome. But hey, that's not how life works. But as long as you buy a Pixel 9, you do get Google Gemini free for 1 year, and it's actually been helping me with my YouTube videos. Like whenever I don't know what video to make, or maybe if I need to kind of fix something in my video, I ask it, and it just knows what I'm talking about. It's actually too weird, you know what I mean? I feel like there's a person on the other end just writing to me really fast, but I think that's honestly how it feels like. But the actual AI on this phone just makes using it so damn fun. Like whenever it comes to editing photos, you can basically do whatever you want. If you want to delete something small, yeah, go ahead, sure. If you want to literally change everything in the photo, sure, go right ahead. It's just so fun to kind of edit your photos and really kind of put your imagination to the test and add or just take away anything you want. At the end of the day, your photo is just going to look completely different, which might be a good thing or a bad thing. But again, you don't have to do that, but you can. Now, the cameras are also another thing that's been just fantastic on the Pixel. You want to know how I know? Well, I have eyes, but I also have a fiance that loves iPhone. Like, she is a diehard Apple fanboy. If you even speak the words Android to her, she'll just throw up on her shirt. But when she saw the photos that the Pixel 9 Pro XL takes, I mean, she was legitimately blown away, especially when it comes to selfies. So now anytime we go out and she wants me to take a picture, she tells me to use my Pixel 9 Pro XL over my iPhone 15 Pro Max. So there you have it, folks. Case closed. In all honesty though, this phone truly takes incredible looking photos, and I'm more than sure 99.99999% of you are going to love them. In fact, people that do camera comparisons nowadays, I don't get it. I really don't get it, especially because if you put two photos side by side and you have to zoom in like 1,000 times to that one little piece of leaf that's on a tree a mile away, and then you're like, well, it's technically better on the iPhone. If you're doing that, hey, stop. You have to be crazy to think this phone or any flagship phone in 2024 takes bad looking photos. It doesn't. But the one thing I will mention is that Google needs to fix like the video choppiness whenever you're zooming in and out on video. It is straight up horrible. Hey Google, oh no, I'm gonna activate. No, stop. Stop listening. I didn't mean to say that. What I meant to say was Google needs to do something, because the video recording when zooming in and out, it certainly does not look like it came from a flagship phone. It looks like it came from a toaster. The little toaster. Who else remembers that movie? What a great movie. Okay, so look, this video will be my first video actually talking about the performance of the Google G4, the new chip inside the Google Pixel 9 series. On paper, they are like literally years behind iPhone. Like I believe the Pixel G4 on benchmarks as much as the iPhone SE from like 4 years ago, I think. But that's just specs on paper. But in practice, I don't notice anything out of the ordinary. I don't notice any slowdowns. I don't notice any lags. The phone's been fluid as all hell. No issues at all generating images, using AI, on-device AI. So yeah, on paper, the phone should be technically really slow, but in practice, that's just not how things work. The phone functions perfectly. But on the other side of the fence, I also have to be honest and say, if you're like a true like mobile gamer and you just want like the best amount of possible specs to play games on, this phone's not going to be it. All right, you might have to go get the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 or maybe the 8 Gen 4, since that's coming out in like a couple months, right? If you want like the most possible amount of horsepower, even though you might not even use it, yeah, this phone might not be it. But if you're a normal person, this phone's good. Not to say that mobile gamers aren't normal people, but you know what I mean. Now, another thing I want to talk to you guys about is the connectivity. I swear, it's like one day Google woke up and realized that the phones they were making were poop. And then they were like, oh, hey, let's not make them poop. And then they came out with the Pixel 9 series, and it works. I get signal everywhere I go, even inside the house. If I'm using 5G, I have over like 600 megabits per second download speed, which is incredible. I have no dropped calls on this phone, literally no issues when it comes to connectivity. It's almost rivaling Samsung, which at least in my testing, not even testing, just normal use of the phone every day, Samsung always used to provide like the better reception, the better data speeds, especially in areas where you don't really have much signal. Samsung would always kind of be like on the top of that list. But now I think Pixel didn't beat Samsung, but they're like on that same level as Samsung, and iPhone is just somewhere down here. Apple needs to fix something with their iPhones, because connectivity on the iPhone is always an issue that I have, like even till this day. So even though the honeymoon phase is over and gone with, even though I've been using the phone extensively for about a month now, this phone continues to impress me every single day. And every single time that I realize, oh, I'm using a Pixel device, it blows my mind at how well Google did what they did with this phone. I mean, it is genuinely making me super, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh my God, I ruined it. Excited, that's the word. It makes me super excited to see the future of Pixel phones, because if it's this good, you can, I mean, I just hope they don't ruin it. All right, I mean, we're talking about Google here, the company that loves to put out things and then just take them back. So I hope Google chooses this to be the product that they further enhance as the years come. All right, Google, please don't mess this up. So that's pretty much it. I definitely recommend this phone because, like I said, it fixed all of the issues. I didn't even know that was possible from Google. I'm sorry, but just being honest, I never thought Google would get it right, because they never got it right. From the Pixel 3a to the Pixel 8, man, that's a hell of a long time to not do things right. But this time, can't believe it, but they did it. So if you guys have the Google Pixel 9 series, even if it's the base 9 or the 9 Pro XL, let me know your experience down below, because I think most people out there are going to have like a great experience with this phone. Let's just be honest. That's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to talk about, just to give you guys that 1 month update. I still love the phone. I'm still using the phone daily. It's been fantastic. Like I said, I am getting my iPhone 16 Pro Max in this Friday. I'm gonna be at the Apple store at 9:30 in the morning, standing there like an Apple sheep, right? Because we've all seen those people, man. It's kind of embarrassing, but I will be there. And if you guys do want to see comparisons, again, all you got to do is let me know. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Click the like button too, all right? Because it lets me know I'm doing a good job. And that's it. This was Mark from Mark's Tech. Adios.